Good morning students, welcome back to DLF class. Today we are going to see sequential circuits in DLF. So first we will see what is a combinational circuit, then we will go to the sequential circuit. So first we will see in the third unit we have discussed about combination logic. In the fourth unit we are going to discuss about the sequential logic. So we have already seen that in the combinational logic the output depends only on the current input. So the output of the circuit depends on the current input only. And the another point, important point is it has no memory. That is what we have discussed in the third unit. That is in the combinational logic. Now we are going to discuss about the sequential logic. So sequential logic means output depends not only on the current input but also on the past input values. For example, designing a counter. So see here, in the combinational circuit the output depends on the current input only, but here output depends not only on the current input but also on past input values. Need some type of memory to remember the past input values. So here we should have some memory, some type of memory to remember the past input values. So this is what sequential logic. With the help of block diagram I will explain you what is sequential circuit. So this is the block diagram of sequential circuit. So see here, it has a combinational circuit. So what we have discussed in the unit 3, that is combinational circuit. It has a combinational circuit, storage element. The output of the storage element is as a feedback path, which is given as an input to the combinational circuit. So combinational circuit has two inputs. One is a normal input and another one is a feedback path from the storage element. So that is the next state. It has the combinational circuit has the next state and outputs. So this is a timed states, that you call it as a timed state, next state. So here how we can define means the storage devices are, this is a storage element, the storage devices are capable of storing the binary information. So you know that what is binary information, that is 0 and 1s, that you call it as a binary information. So the binary information stored in these elements at particular time define the state of sequential circuit, defines the state of sequential circuit at that time based on the value, either it is 0 or 1. That is the binary information stored in these elements at a particular time defines the state of sequential circuit at that time. That is at what state the circuit is in, that defines based on the binary information. So this is what a sequential circuit. This is the block diagram sequential circuit. So this is what we learned in the unit 3. So this is the block diagram of sequential circuit. So it has a combinational circuit, it has a storage element, the storage element has a feedback path that is given as an input to the combinational circuit. So this is the block diagram of sequential circuit. So there are two types of sequential circuit. One is synchronous and another one is asynchronous, that is asynchronous or asynchronous sequential circuit. So see here, sequential logic concept. Sequential logic circuits remember the past inputs and the past circuit state. Output from the system are feedback as a new inputs. That is what I have said here. See here, the output of the storage elements are given as a input to the combinational circuit. So with gate delay and the wire delay. The storage elements are circuits that are capable of storing the binary information. So this is the storage element. So that is used for storing the binary information, that is 0 or 1. So there are two types of sequential circuit. One is synchronous sequential circuit and another one is asynchronous sequential circuit. So what is synchronous sequential circuit? Circuit output changes only at discrete instance of time. This type of circuit achieves synchronization by using a timing signal called the clock. That is, synchronous sequential circuit uses a clock pulse to control the storage elements. So to control the storage element, the synchronous sequential circuit uses the clock pulse to control the storage elements are called sequential circuit. So where are the storage elements? So see here, here the storage element. To control the storage element, we are using the clock pulses. So in the next circuit diagram I will explain that. So for that we are using the synchronous sequential circuit. There will be a clock pulse generator which will generate a clock pulse. So asynchronous sequential circuit output can change at any time, clockless. So it is based on the clock pulse, it is without the clock pulse. So that is the difference between the synchronous and the asynchronous sequential circuit. So now we will see what is a synchronous sequential circuits. See here the same sequential circuit diagram, but here an extra input is given, that is a clock pulse. See here, it has a combinational circuit, it has a input, it has a output, it has a combinational circuit. The present state is given as an input to the flip-flops, that is storage element. So the output is same output is connected as a feedback path to the combinational circuit. Yeah, an extra thing is a clock pulse which has given input to the flip-flops. So I will explain here. See here. So this is a normal sequential circuit. So here storage element, but here we are given the flip-flops. There we have given storage element. Okay. So the combinational circuit same, but the extra thing we have given is a clock pulse. There we have named it as storage element, here we have named it as a flip-flop. So this is a block diagram and this is the timing diagram of the clock pulse. So see here. So this you call it as a rising edge up to this you call it as a falling edge, rising edge, falling edge. So this is the synchronous sequential circuit flip-flops as stated. So what is a flip-flop? The flip-flop receives their input from the combinational circuit. So see here, from the combinational circuit it receives the input and also from a clock signal. So a clock pulse, a clock generator will generate a clock pulse that occur at fixed intervals of time. So this is the interval of time as shown in the timing diagram. So this is what a synchronous sequential circuit. Then there arises a question, what is a flip-flop? A flip-flop is a device which stores one bit of information at a time. So now we will see the clock period. So see here, smallest clock period, largest combinational circuit delay between any two directly connected flip-flops, subjected to impact of flip-flop setup time. So with this we will stop. In the next class we will discuss about different types of flip-flops, that is SR flip-flops, D flip-flop, T flip-flop, master slave flip-flop and JK flip-flop. Thank you students.